Chew.
I think we should invest in recliners.
I think I should just go ahead and record that. Chew. And that way,
What about a sectional? Also, you don't have to do it every time.
we're on like 2 different notes right now. I'm worried about my voice. You're worried like, hey, let's just get more comfortable.
I like a recliner. My grandpa, when he was getting older, he had one that you pushed a button. And it sort of lifted him up.
Oh, it's a stand to sit.
Yeah.
Or sit to stand.
I need one of those after dinner. Like crazy dinner.
Oh, dude, I love those. Yeah, just sleep like Dracula. Just sleep against it.
It lifts you all the way up, too. It's pretty cool. It's like a little roller coaster in your bedroom. It's insane.
It should be the new marketing ad.
A roller coaster in your bedroom.
Roller coaster for your bedroom? Lacking excitability in your life? Ready for a roller coaster? All right.
We're going to stay on topic today.
Yeah.
We're going to give it our best shot.
It also comes in leather. Don't be sweaty. You'll slip right off that sucker.
No.
All right. We're going to talk about some of them are
Episode
rumors.
34.
Episode 34. I'm stuttering. Jonathan just looked at me like, episode 34. We're going to talk about some of them are rumors and some of them are, hey, we're like days away from release of certain things. And we're going to kind of get some insights of what you guys think, what we're excited about, and then what we're going to miss. There's a lot of information, so I had to pull up the computer again.
He's going to read. We're going to comment.
Yeah.
And we'll get through
First one is, and I just looked on the Apple Store, so this is hot off the press. I'm talking hours off the press, just on Apple, actually, Beats by Dre, which is inside of Apple, the store. Pro Beats 2. You can now buy them as of a couple hours ago.
There you go.
Pro Beats 2, which is kind of tied into something that we had talked about over the year. However, internal. There's 4 colors. It's jet black, quicksand, hyper purple, and electric orange.
I need to get more into Beats. I like Beats, and I like the Pro Beats.
Do they look like Pros?
They do. The tips look like, it's like upside down.
Ooh,
and I like those
clean.
specifically because they wrap around the ear. I have a lot of friends that are like, hey, like regular AirPods fall out. But I think Apple doesn't wrap their AirPods around your ear because it eliminates the Beats reason.
Did you see how much those are, Alex?
$250.
Yeah. 45 hours of battery life with the wireless
Those are
charging case.
what equal to AirPod Pro 2nd gen?
Hmm.
The ones that I have.
Which makes you think there's a lot less to the AirPod Pros. So why are the AirPod Pros not lower in price?
So, secure fit with the ear hooks, active noise canceling and transparency mode.
And there it is.
Yeah.
There's your.
Active noise canceling, transparency, heart rate monitoring for workouts in your ear. So we're going to get to that.
Do I have a heartbeat in my ear?
Yes, you do. If your blood pressure is ever high or you're stressed, can you hear your heartbeat?
You
don't have another
no.
heart. You just have
No,
a heart.
I didn't think that.
Okay.
I barely got the one I have, to be honest.
I just was worried.
Most days.
Sweat and water resistant. We will put that to the test. Up to 45 hours of battery life and on-device controls with volume rockers, it says. LeBron seems to be loving it in the commercial.
LeBron is a Beats fan.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
Also Messi. That stays pretty cool. Yeah, noise canceling. So let's talk about the one thing that was pointed out as far as the heart rate monitoring. So when you have the Apple Watch on, I kind of read a little bit more into detail. When you have the Apple Watch on and the heart rate, like the workout, and you have the Pro Beats 2, the Studio Pro Beats 2, Beats by Dre. I just mixed them all up. It will default to the watch app for the heart rate.
Really?
If you just have those on, it'll go through whatever. But if you have both on monitoring, it'll default to the watch app.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you want both, I don't think that's one of those features that I don't think a lot of people will realize. They won't care. They'll probably think it's coming from both. But
it's one or the other.
It's one or the other.
And it goes through the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that they're 20% lighter compared to the Powerbeats 1st gen Pro.
And the ear hook is 50% smaller than the original Powerbeats Pro.
What's too small for headphones?
I mean, like the clear things that you ever seen, like earpieces that like
just stick in your ear.
But they're so tiny. Like I see comedians wearing them when they're on stage.
Yeah,
when they're talking.
Just to hear yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they could make it that small, but it's active workout. I mean, you might break them.
And I also believe that AirPods, Beats, it's also kind of a fashion statement. If you put them in there and you didn't have them, they didn't look like something, then I don't think people would go for the Apple
Are you
ones.
wearing these anything outside of the gym? Like AirPods, you could wear anywhere.
No. I mean,
Right.
for that
flight?
price, you better.
A flight, I guess.
I don't
know.
I will feel more comfortable with wearing my AirPods in my office if I'm on a phone call or something like that.
Sure.
I will wear AirPods probably over Beats. I don't know. We have a pair of Beats Power Pros that came in on the stuff that we just got. I should try them out for a couple days.
Are you taking phone calls with these things? Probably.
Yeah.
If you're working
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
I know. I don't. And my phone goes on Do Not Disturb.
Don't.
What do you mean? Answer the phone.
Yeah, I do.
Hey.
I do. I running, going to the bathroom. I'll take the phone call. I talk to you every day on the bathroom. You don't even know it.
No, I know it.
Noise
There's an
cancel.
echo.
I'm just joking. Upgraded fifth ear
Insane.
tip size comes included. So extra small, medium, large,
So
extra large
funny,
included.
As you said the commercial is going over that. I'm watching it right now. This is sweet.
It is cool. The ear hook 50% smaller, like we said. Transparency mode and the noise cancellation active. I think that is going to be a huge thing with workout.
Do you use the noise cancellation?
I do.
Every day.
The active one where it will.
Yeah.
It's kind
it's
of
like
weird
adaptive,
because sometimes I talk to myself a lot, so I'll be mid-song banging out and
The
say something, and then the drop.
Conversation awareness. Yeah.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I like though too, because you can also have a conversation with somebody and you know immediately. The problem that I think we face with that is that when somebody says something to you first, it doesn't drop down.
Well, I don't always
You
want
have
talk
to
to
talk,
people.
right?
What?
But then I'm like, "What'd you say?" And then it would drop down. Then I can hear what's going on. You know what I mean?
I thought there was a bug or my headphones were dying the other day. I was shooting a girls' basketball game, and I was on the end line, and they were warming up, and then every time the ref would blow the whistle or something, it would go down for a second and then go back up.
Yeah.
And I try to keep them on that, like the transparent, because then I can't focus. I just like listen to music, but it'll go.
Which AirPods do you use?
Pro 2.
Pro 2.
It
Yeah.
says that it has the Apple H2
chip. I don't know much about the H2s either.
Oh,
Like the M2s, H2s. I wonder how they got H's.
Headphone too. That's the only thing I could think of.
bingo.
And the Mac was the M2.
What's the iPad
Mac,
one?
but we iPad. It's M2 as well. M4.
No, I thought I had something cool.
No.
Yours was cooler.
Nope.
Just
E9.
I mean,
yours was logical.
no, there's probably a deeper explanation.
Yeah. So that came out. So that's the first piece. Pro 2, those are officially on the website today. And Jonathan, how much did we say they were?
$250 US.
$250 US dollars. I can honestly say I've never been to the Beats by Dre shop, which if you go to Apple.
No, I never even thought about it.
Yeah. So if you go to Apple, you go to AirPods. It's not on AirPods.
No, you have to go to accessories.
Accessories.
Yeah.
And then you
Beats
go.
by Dre.
Yeah. So it's in the small section. It says made by Apple, Beats by Dre, or AirTag.
Which is kind of weird considering you think they would want to push that more.
And look, AirTag
It's under accessory.
is its own little tiny little thing under.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
45 hours of battery life. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I'd never believe that.
That
though.
electric orange, man.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
That would
It's
make our
wicked.
hair look.
Wow.
Usually when I work out, my ears are red. So at
We're
least
gonna
there's
come
color
in one
difference.
day and Jonathan's gonna have like brown hair or something, or he's gonna dye it
I
a
tried.
different color.
I tried. Doesn't work, man.
That's funny.
Give it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would pick the black. It looks cool,
Yeah,
and it looks kind of like a matte.
Jet black is
I've
cool.
always wanted. Here, my suggestion, Apple, please make a jet black AirPods Pro.
If they added colors to the AirPods, I
And then you
think
could
it
see
would
the
be a
earwax.
huge success.
You see earwax.
You could see them
earwax now.
white. Yeah, I think white actually
I
would
think
be
white
worse.
Probably the worst.
That's
yeah.
true.
What color would? Okay, so Alex, you're black.
It's just black.
My
I
bad.
think
No,
I
meant to
think
say.
I think I have colors like just how they've had the iMacs or phones. If you are a person that likes colorful devices,
Yeah.
imagine having your baby blue phone
I want everything
with your
to
baby
match.
blue
AirPods.
AirPods,
Yeah.
and then your blue watch. I mean, Apple has turned into a very device colorful world, right? With
Vibrant,
all the they've changed all their colors here recently in the past couple years. I don't know why they haven't changed to the colorful AirPods. I think it's a great idea. And I think if you are listening to this, if Apple came out with AirPods that are different colors, would you buy them? And which colors would you want?
Taste the rainbow. Skittles, man. I love it.
But I think they could have a picture with the iMacs, the iPhones, and the AirPods all lined up, same colors. And I think people will buy that. There's people that love it. My sister-in-law loves pink space.
I totally
I
forgot.
don't know if they're coming with colorful.
Dude, I forgot what color my Mac was. You know, you have like a phone case on so long, you're like, what color is
Yeah,
my
but
phone?
it's the same color as your palm rest there, man.
Oh, I never thought about that. It just looks cool.
Yeah, you have the silver one. Do you like the silver over the space black or space gray?
No, I want black.
Really?
Yeah.
Some people say that it shows sweat, dirt more. With the
It
black
does shows a
than
little wear
silver.
on the palm, but guess what?
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Tight.
Greasy
I
hands.
just called you out on it.
I mean, I don't.
Why don't you just wash your hands?
I'm not saying me.
Hey,
saying in
things would be a
general.
lot cleaner. Just wash
But
your hands.
it does show that because any color will show that. Same thing with the Apple Watch Ultra. It shows more wear around of it because it is a color versus not being a color. Like silver is just the normal.
Stylistically, before we go into the next device that is new, brand new, shout out to Mac Rumors. We always go back to Mac Rumors, favorite site in the world. There's this article that was written yesterday, and typically they're factual based, and this is factual based, but it says wearing an Apple Watch on the ankle, ? New report explains the trend. Have you seen this?
No, I don't know what to think about this.
New report highlighted a reason why some people prefer to wear the new Apple Watch. This is on the New York Times. It was an article in the New York Times, so they pulled it. Some people with tiny wrists find the Apple Watch fits too loosely for heart rate sensing. Some people with wrist tattoos believe the ink may interfere with the heart rate sensing, which is something that Apple acknowledges in a support document. Apple says some tattoos can block light from the heart rate sensor at the bottom of the Apple Watch, making it difficult to get a reliable reading. Some people believe the Apple Watch provides more accurate step counting when it's worn on the ankle. I can see that. Remember the old Nike piece that go with the iPod? Some people with skin conditions prefer to wear the Apple Watch on the ankle, and then some medical professionals cannot wear anything on their wrists.
Okay, so medical professionals make sense. I've seen people take their watch and flip it to where the face is on the other side.
I used to do
It's
that
like an
as
old man trend. You ever see that?
No, I would still do when I wear like a normal watch that's not nice. I do that because as a medic, I would write it typically. So when I was taking heart rates and stuff.
I mean, it does make sense because if you lift your arm up, I think the reason it's on the back side of the wrist is because of fashion.
I just did it.
If I flip this around,
it's natural.
But what size band would you need to fit around your ankle? Even if you have like a normal ankle, isn't the size of your wrist a lot smaller than the size of your ankle? I could not fit this band around my ankle.
So it's a trend, and it's becoming so noticeable in New York City. New York Times had put that out, and then I saw this that they had highlighted. It was somebody's Instagram post.
Weird.
It says 23 hours ago. This is how I wear my Apple Watch in Paris.
That's insane.
Isn't that funny? I'll show you that.
They're gonna have Apple Watch earrings before long. That's insane.
But no, as you were saying, customization and trends, right? And as far as like how people like to do things, how they use devices that weren't meant to be that way, or colors,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. If it's that noticeable that New York Times is writing about it, I thought that was.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I don't know how, because sometimes there are certain people that sort of just want to go against the natural flow.
Yep.
Right, like this is the natural flow. So wearing it on your ankle, I feel like that would be kind of weird as well. What about socks? What about pants? What's the point of having a clock? Like when you need to look at the time, do you lift your leg up to your head?
What if you have an ankle, what if you have an ankle monitor on already from county corrections and you can't wear it?
Yeah.
You just do it the other foot.
Or can you now, and that's what I was going to say, your ankle monitor is not an Apple Watch. But could you
could draw the face on it.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm running down the street.
Yeah, run.
I'm running down the street.
God, he's fast.
I'm going faster.
Oh, he's so fast.
I'm going faster.
I can't catch up.
And then I don't know what time it is.
Oh.
Right? I need to be at lunch at a certain time.
What time is it?
Sit down. Ankle. Lift your head.
You're more flexible than I am.
It's 12:24. Back on my feet. Back to running.
But
Switch
guess what?
my workout. Sit down. Swipe over on the fitness app. Push a thing.
But guess what?
I'm back to running.
But guess what? Apple Intelligence in your earphones, all you had to say was, "Hey, Siri, what time is it?" I use that a lot.
Okay.
You didn't think
Fair
it
enough.
through.
Then why even have a screen though on it? That's the point.
That's true, but you needed a break, so you had to sit down. I get it.
If your idea is to look at your heart rate differently. There's much cheaper options to tell what that is. I don't think the Apple Watch is the ultimate solution for you.
And if that was one of the top reasons, I feel like there's an abundance of wrist tattoos in New York City.
I think the wrist tattoo kind of makes sense. Do you have both arms sleeved up?
Yeah, but some people, I don't like to wear my watch on my right wrist.
What hand do you write with?
My right, but
It's
you
supposed
watch
to be on the left.
That's what I'm saying.
Opposite.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I don't like to wear it on my right. I like to wear it on my left.
You're supposed to wear it on your left if you write with your right.
But if I have a tattoo, on my right and my left, you know what I mean?
Well, don't buy an Apple Watch. I don't know how. What is the answer? What is the answer for that? You know what I mean? What is the solution for? I have tattoos on my wrist. I think the belly one's a good idea.
The belly one. Let's just revert to the belly. Put it around your neck. Where is the choker chain?
I don't get the foot. I don't get the ankle one at all.
Oh, I'll do it for a week. Let you know. Okay, so another big one. Next big one. Apple reportedly plans to announce the new iPhone SE as soon as next week. That we're that close.
Oh,
so that'll be a big release.
Okay, predictions on the iPhone SE. You let us know in the comments as well on this. Is the iPhone SE, we're going on 4th generation. That should be released next week. Are we going to see a full screen? Is it going to be like a mini, like an iPhone SE mini where the whole thing's a screen, it's a small phone? Or do you think they're going to stick with the iPhone 8 design and it's going to be a new generation of, it's the 4th generation instead of the 3rd or the 2nd? What do you think on that? Let us know in the comments, but what do you think, Alex?
I can tell you what I do know.
Oh.
But it's good. I like that because device is expected.
Okay.
Expected.
So we don't know, but we're guessing.
With leaks to feature a full screen design with Face ID instead of a Touch ID button.
Okay. So in that case, it makes me think if they're coming out with this iPhone design, iPhone almost SE but mini lookalike.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a square body or are they going to put a full screen? So I guess it would be similar to like a mini iPhone X.
Yeah.
Because of the rounded edges.
Okay, so here was the big deal that I had pulled from this as of next week. Moment of silence.
We have crickets. We have crickets.
Somewhere. I don't know, but everybody stop for a second. That means that Apple will no longer sell any new iPhone models with a home button for the first time since the original iPhone launched.
Which is going to be the year of?
The home button debuted in 2007. It gained Touch ID fingerprint authentication from when the iPhone 5S launched in 2012. Apple began phasing out the home button when Face ID debuted on the iPhone 10 or X in 2017.
And I would also like to say that it's the same way on all devices because there's no buttons on iPads either. I like to add that. That's
so this is
phased out, completely phased out.
Other
than your Mac has a Touch ID button, which they should put Face ID on there. Let's be honest.
So that was the last man standing. So that it'll now be obsolete as of next week.
Wow, that's an era.
Some crazy times we're living in.
It's history. Our
Dude,
kids
Alex
will learn about
taking this hard.
Yeah. Probably your kids, your grandkids will learn about the iPhone with the home button. They'll be like, "What was it?" Probably no buttons at that point. We'll probably have like things on our glasses or contacts that we look at.
Who knows?
Yeah. Back in my day. Jonathan will be able to say that now. Back in my day, we had home buttons.
See, my first iPhone was what? My mom got a new phone. I think she got 11 or 12, and she gave me her six. Yeah. And from 6, I went to, I think, a Christmas or 2 later, got the 8. And from the 8, I went to the 12 to 15 Pro.
Dude, by the 5, I had kids, so I don't.
That's crazy.
Okay. The new iPhone SE is expected to have a mix of 14 and 16 features, along with Face ID. Rumored specs include a 6.1-inch OLED display, USB-C, single 48 megapixel rear camera. Dude, even for one, that's more megapixels than I have on my Cinema Line camera right there.
Insane.
Unreal. And the first Apple designed 5G modem.
This is for what phone?
For the iPhone SE.
For the SE.
The SE.
Yeah.
Now, what's the starting price tag?
A18 chip, 8 gigs of
Yes.
RAM.
What do you think the starting price tag? So normally they're $399, I believe.
Yeah, so give me
What's your guess? Oh, Alex, do we have the same number?
Is there a 25% tariff on these?
$299. No,
No, it's $499. That's a $499 fine.
You're
$349.
on
Or
Apple's-
$49?
on- what, if you go to iPhone SE on Apple.com, it's starting at $429.
Okay, so that's the current.
From $429.
Current,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I forgot this hasn't launched yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, $429. As of
So
that's
I'm
the
going to go
third
with
gen.
$399. Expected to be cheaper, so
cheaper but newer. That doesn't make sense.
Never makes sense. I almost think it's going to be under $500 option because they originally were like $399 and they bumped them up and they keep going. Price keep going higher and higher and higher.
$399.
Mm.
I bet you one chicken ring sandwich from White Castle.
I almost want to say there's two options.
Okay.
I don't believe it's going to go down in price. I also don't believe it's going to go mega up in price.
Yeah.
But I would say it's probably going to be the $429 because Apple tends to
Yep.
keep. But they also might come out now with a $429 base model 128 versus base model 64 on the third gen. So I would assume it's a base model 128 for $429. I could see that. 256, $499, or $529, which would be kind of crazy at that point. I don't know. I think they will come with the base model 128. Does it say anything about the base model storage?
No, it just said
8 gigabyte of RAM.
8 gigabytes of RAM, yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that it would come out with.
500? 256.
It's going to be under 500. I would say 429, maybe 449. It's weird because even Apple's 10th gen iPad is 349, and it's 4 times the size of an SE. So maybe 5. So what is the? Because the phone they can charge more. The cellular chip doesn't change that.
It's
much
newer.
anymore.
Anything newer in
But that's the
Okay.
newest gen iPad out.
Okay, so let's prove this theory wrong in my head. Anything newer in life, like a newer design, is always more expensive.
Mm.
Is that right or wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any?
But then the thing is with that, the older one becomes cheaper, which is great. But then it's not necessarily more expensive. It's the same price as the
And remind us again, why
The
would somebody
pre-one.
buy an SE?
Okay.
Because of price?
Several reasons you would buy iPhone SE. You want a cheap iPhone. I think that's the
Yeah.
first one. The second one, and this is going to really
Not cheap, monetarily
inexpensive.
inexpensive. Because
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Cheap
I
is
think,
different.
I think I agree. But inexpensive, iPhone. You're going to buy the iPhone SE. I think the other option as well is, and this was specifically for your grandparents. Okay, now I know a lot of people's grandparents have the iPhone SE, or there's somebody that doesn't really like the phone. They had the original iPhone 6 or the iPhone 5, so they were like, just give them the SE, give them the SE. There's a home button, it looks the same. There's not a lot of difference, and there isn't. And some of you probably have your case from the iPhone 8 that you're still using on the third generation 2023 iPhone SE,
Mm.
which is great. But now it's going to be a switch up. Now when grandma wants to get a new iPhone, she's going to have to get a new case, learn how to swipe from the bottom. She's not going to trust Face ID because they never do. But,
Could you have
and that you're going to pay a little bit more money. I don't know how that's going to go. I think it's great for Apple to have an option under $300. Can they give me a $299 iPhone? A cheap iPhone for my son. I don't have a son, by the way. I'm just saying. What do you think about that, Alex?
I think, SE. I think a lot of people bought the SE before because it had a home button. People were comfortable with the home
Yeah.
button. It's just, some people can't phase out of that.
It's a good kid's phone, too. Not just grandma.
But I would never buy it, so I don't think a lot of it. I would, if somebody asked me now, from now on, what iPhone should I get? And they're like, I'm really balling on a budget. I'd be like, iPhone SE. New, nice camera.
And the other thing, too, is maybe this is a reason that they took away the Mini. Because if you look at Mini, we have 12 Mini, we have 13 Mini. That's it.
Yep.
So they took away the Mini because it wasn't producing or selling. But maybe they also had the idea of, hey, in a couple years, we're going to phase out of the SE and we're going to bring back, ideally it's a Mini. If it stays the same size, it's going to be just like an iPhone Mini, but they're going to call it an iPhone SE.
Yep.
Square sides, I have no idea, but it's going to be, I bet if we take a mini and an SE, the new SE, if it's a full screen display, put them next to each other, you're probably going to see some similarities.
Yep.
We'll have to do that.
Okay, so look at the pricing on this. Hold on. Look at the pricing. Okay, so here's the next big thing before we wrap this episode up. New rumors on this, and I read it in the past, and I thought it was just strictly a rumor. It wasn't anything else. The Apple Smart Home Command Center.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard anything about this so far?
No.
Okay, so it is going to launch in 2025. So I'm assuming the fall launch series of devices. So Apple is working on a new home accessories designed to serve as the central hub or command center for smart home management. It is going to be released this year. This year, the Apple TV and the HomePod already serve those, but this is an all-in-one home management system.
Is it like the Home app?
So this
HomeKit,
is
but it's a new one.
Physical hub.
Oh,
for your home, right?
Screen or like
the product, what they say, it'll somewhat resemble an iPad. The sizing almost like two phones put together, like that wide. It measures in at 6 inches with thick bezels around the edges. So it's pretty much you can take it from room to room. Apple's reportedly make a dock that you can put on a wall, mount it to a wall.
I know.
Where you can take it room to room. I've got the original Facebook portal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same. It's slanted, small screen, dedicated apps to it. It's got speakers on it that you can, command certain things with it. So mounted to the wall, positioned to the base, sensors so it can tell how close people are to you. It has built-in speakers. The thing I was reading about just now is the interface. Describe the interface as a mix between the watchOS and the iPhone standby mode. A software-based dock will be available for launching various apps. It will support Siri. So the apps that are reported to be on there, just stock base with no store, are Safari, Apple News, Music, Notes, Calendar, Photos, and Home.
So it's a smart hub.
Yeah,
for your
you'll be
house.
able to FaceTime using it via FaceTime, and then
How
use
big?
it as an intercom system. So if you have more in multiple rooms, you can use it as an intercom system for other people.
How big is the screen?
What does it say? 6 inch?
So it's going to be an iPhone?
It's 2 iPhones side by side. They said
So it's an iPad.
so, like an iPad Mini almost.
So can you use an iPad for that now?
You could, yeah. But this is a dedicated system for that.
That's
and your
interesting.
HomeKit is everything in it.
I didn't even know they were coming up with something like that.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
what
if you were to think about like design concepts, kind of,
yeah.
what it would look like, it would sit straight in the base. That looks like the iWatch.
It's kind of like the Amazon Alexa look.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you can mount it on your wall. Now, the one thing, and I'll say it again, the one thing that they're coming out with this stuff, super cool, but I still cannot get Apple to make a Bluetooth wireless speaker.
Or cellular MacBook.
Or cellular MacBook.
Beats.
3 things, Apple. What's the first one? Hold on. What did I say earlier?
You said wireless speaker?
Okay. Apple needs to make 3 different things. Apple needs to make colorful AirPods, the small ones, a cellular MacBook, and also a Bluetooth wireless speaker. Those 3 things. I
Is it more to
I'll
ask
buy
for?
all of them.
Could you ask for
We're making
home?
these HomeKit things. I don't even know. It doesn't even make any sense to me.
AirPlay.
They know what they're doing, apparently.
Yeah, you'll be use it as an AirPlay receiver. For whether it be music, whatnot. As far as pricing goes, it's not clear what they're going to do about that yet. Amazon's similarly sized Echo Show
$150
starts at $90. But keeping the display as small at 6 inches, Apple may be able to keep the price low and competitive.
I don't see Apple coming in with an $89 HomeKit display. $89. You can't even. I don't even know if a keyboard. Their chargers are $100 for a MacBook. I don't know if Apple's going to come in with something that clutch,
Yeah.
that inexpensive. It's going to be double the price. Let's do $199. We'll start at $199. Let's be honest.
Okay.
$199. It's going to be a lot better quality. It's going to be similar. You could probably do photos.
Yep.
Right? Brooke's mom likes to do the photo thing. She has them in every room.
Yep.
Which is cool. But they're not going to be able to compete in price.
But
they
as
never do. They don't have to, actually.
But as you said before, and I did have one for a long time in my old photography studio, I had a dock. I just put the iPod in there where people, could hit,
yeah.
play, whatnot. It's already there, but this is dedicated just for the HomeKit. That way that it doesn't move from room to room. Maybe so you have your iPad and this is a cheaper version just to keep in the house. Don't know.
Who knows?
Don't know. 2025, early 2025 to late 2025. But they also said there's a lot with the iOS. You know, they're focusing on that it's probably later on here.
Yeah.
But they always surprise us. It could be next week with the iPhone SE.
Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, those are some of just the rumors of things coming up. The things that are apparent maybe next episode that we talk with all of you. We might be blessed with talking about the release of the SE.
Yeah. I can't wait to have that. We might get one.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Why not? RIP to the home button. We salute you. I'm taking it a little too hard, but that's okay. I'm just old. My fingerprint doesn't work now anyway.
That's crazy.
My name's Alex.
I'm Landon.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks
Talk
for
to you
watching.
soon.